Folks online, if you can hear me, we're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. Gorgeous.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you for doing what you do.
Pleasure.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that when I arrived, shit was working together and coming together.
Almost like we're doing it on purpose.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I appreciate that.
How about we sit?
I'd rather sit in front.
Yeah, so let's sit here. Let's sit here. Let's sit next to the person with the thermal.
Thermarest?
Yeah.
Because that person's
Oh, but that's
thinking
gonna,
ahead.
That's going to distract me. I don't want to sit there.
Okay.
Okay, so let's sit one over.
Back in the Kiva. So beautiful here.
We don't need 47.
I'm gonna pay $1.50 to get it.
Yeah.
Or let's bet some.
Well, I don't want to lose. All right.
Bet like a
wait,
fancy
people going.
cocktail at the Mill and Main.
Really?
You get 47 or higher. It'll be a cocktail. It's 46 or under. All right, a soup.
Also, I want to go to Illinois.
My friends are there right now. They're supposedly sitting on the
Hey. Good to see you. Good to see you. Tell it. You know what we call it in my family? Just to show you what it could read. So what we say in our family.
And then we meet your neighbor. Yeah, live on your property.
Something that all right. Oh, so therefore, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I'm sitting there. It's pretty cool. Mostly my focus is around see that too. I think that's what's going to be happening. It's basically, I'm going to have to, it's basically, excuse me, it's it makes something to do but yes, I immediately understood the limitations of not producing courses because I spent time figuring out if it was right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what I did.
No, you don't have to think it. You don't have to think it. No, it's absolute 2.5. He said it's normal. It's normal to be great for 4 months. Yeah, 2.5 is not true. You don't have to come to me, but not true. A lot of things they do. Whoa! Did they dilate it? Right. So if he doesn't have a brain tumor, everything's great. Far from it. And by the way, it was dramatically affected. You know?
That's why I.
Probably.
It happens when she's thinking about something and one eye just stops shooting.
Absolutely. By the way, pick my brain whenever you want. I'll be happy to do it.
Oh, I still got a bracelet. Lower the head, but make it rock.
You're on your way.
So sweet to be together. Thank you for coming. Welcome everybody joining us online. My name is Zach. It's good to see familiar faces. It's good to see new faces. You guys will have to introduce me to your customs. So if there's anything I missed, just wave your hands at me and I'll stop. River, you got it? River's got it. Haven't seen you here. Okay, take your hands like this if you might. And shake gently at first. Feel yourself releasing all the impediments to being at ease in your body, all the impediments that come after you in the course of the week. But shake, like feel, watch your wrists like this, dangle, watch like my wrists, drop your hands so that, you see, that up like this, 1, 2, 3, plop, 1, 2, 3, plop, there you go. Okay, elbows, this is serious business. Shoulder shake, knee shake, ankle area shake. Give your head a roll. Drop your heart like this so that as it's sinking to the back of your body, you can feel it touch the back of your back. And then feel that there's a string tied to the front and pull it up. Let's do that with a breath. Exhale and go all the way back. Now ready? 1, 2, 3. Inhale and pull your heart up. If you're coming to the edge of your seat, this is like all the way present in a room, and this is a room that's like half present, like this. Okay, we're like this. But a room like this, 1, 2, 3, up, hearts forward. I had a revelation. I was, the core of my body was in need of restoration. It was having some major issues, and I was talking to a friend that was into Alexander technique, and I was making my belly from the inside out. It needed to be remade. My belly's in need of being remade. And I looked at my daughter, Ara, who walks around the world like this. Just walks belly forward. I was like, when did I learn to walk belly in the back? You know, like when you're 2, how do you walk? You walk with your belly forward. You know, and the culture says, you know, if you got a belly, keep it to yourself. But I'm going to be belly forward with my new belly, so I hope you like it. Okay, now we're going to breathe a little bit with our hands. Breathe in like this. Make some noise and exhale, shaking again. Okay, good. Breathe in again. Exhale. Song we're singing together. Breathe in. Big one this time. Exhale. Do you need one more of those, or was that enough? One more. Breathe in. Exhale. Some people are feeling how I feel about the world. Okay, now we're going to breathe like this. Either your hands now land open, palms at your knees, or over the heart, whichever might speak to you most. And we'll breathe in gently together. Breathe in. Exhale. One more time, breathe in. Exhale. Last one, breathe in. How do we decide who lights the candles?
Anybody feel called to light candle? That's how easy it is.
I see him.
See him?
I'm not volunteer. I wasn't volunteer.
I'm going to call a little bit more light into the room.
You got this. Yeah, this guy's got it. Hands, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adikner Shalom Aleichem, we welcome the angels on page 6. Shalom As somebody who's a good reader,
English or Hebrew?
English,
Sure.
thank you. Not yet. Middle of the song.
You'll tell me what. Which one is that?
Retreat.
Okay.
We're going to sing Yedid Nefesh on page 8. There's some things I'm not religious about at all, many things, maybe most things. There's other things that I feel very religious about, and Shabbat is one of them. And it feels natural, not so much work. But there's some measure of peace that starts to come on Friday afternoons that feels metaphysical, that feels like it's not made up, it feels like it's entering the world. The postmodernist studies would push me the other direction, but so it goes. And I felt that a little bit earlier this afternoon. Then there was a bump getting to home, and then the weather, and I didn't exactly have that feeling, but now we're making it again. The rabbis describe it as receiving extra soul. You receive, your soul grows on Shabbat. The soul receives an additional measure, but it's an active. We breathe and we sing and we do things with our gaze turned toward the growing of the soul, then the soul can grow. So that's the practice of Kabbalat Shabbat is when we gaze inward and say, I'm going to feed you, I'm going to nourish you, I'm going to let you become double in measure. So this is Yedid Nefesh, receiving to our soul. The verses are a little tricky. We're starting to get it up here. But there's this part in between the verses that's easy to join in on. So on the verses in between, try and jump in on that piece that's in between the verses. Yeah.
says this truth: you harvest what you sow. With life as short as a half-taken breath, do not plant anything but love. The value of a human being can be measured by what he or she most deeply wants. Be free of possessing things. Sit at an empty table. Be pleased with water, the taste of being home. People travel the world looking for the friend, but that one is always at home.
How much do you guys usually do before the Chagudi? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 3. How many do we do? 2.
Sounds good, yeah.
Let's do on page 12. It's fun to do. I usually do. Even on 10. You know, there's been something I've been wanting to do that I haven't been able to do because there's been too many kids around. Which has been both. You get in trouble. You know what it is? What's her name? That's Ani? Oh, that's my sister's name. Ani. Ani, my little sister. The kid's energy is so beautiful and whole, and there's so much need for grief. I've been lucky to be inside of some grief ceremonies, and 8 months into the war, there's just the ceremonies don't suffice. Like even if we did the ceremonies every day, it wouldn't be enough. But we have the opportunity, we have the vessel of this beautiful community. So I'm going to make, I'm going to sing the Am Bakoa, and the melody is one that I wrote right after I helped bury a young person, Gaetano, and he came and said, write this song for me. So I wrote this song. But I'm going to invite everybody to surface all the heaviness we're holding, you know, whether it's from staring at your screen and watching this war too much, or from different griefs, personal griefs and losses, but to welcome the heart of grief. You know, the culture doesn't welcome the heart of grief as much as it could, and it's beautiful and wise, and there's learning to happen when we live in the heart of grief and let it lead, let it be belly forward. You know, it has to be in the back, and it experiences itself differently, but if it can be brought a little more forward, there's what to be learned. So I'm going to sing this pretty version of the Ananda Koach. יחי כן לימך או פנק זוכרי זוכרי קדושתך Shabbatenu kabel Shabbatenu Yehudeya Ta'amuro Let's welcome the Chadodi on page 24. And, you know, when the culture divides and says it's the joy-grief duality, and we all know that it's not, that they mix. The two are running into each other and convoluted. And when the grief deepens, the capacity for joy can increase as well. So it's fitting that the two go right next to each other. We're going to welcome the beloved in whatever form she, he, they, it appears to you.
Bye.
Kabbalat, Echadodi Likrat Kala, Yaranai, 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 Shabbat, Kabbalat,
Likrat Shabbat,
Echol en Elchad, Yim Megor Adonai, Velosh Mikedem, Nechurcha, Tov Maseh Machshava Tila, Vechadodi Likrat Kala, Ananai, Ananai, Bnei Shabbat, Kabbalat, Vechadodi Likrat Kala, Ananai, 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 Bnei Shabbat, Kabbalat. Here Melucha, Kuitli, Tochapecha, B'machshevet, Yemekabacha, V'yachmor, V'yechemla, Chadodi Likrat Kala, Ananai, 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 V'shabbat, Kabbalat. Dodi Likrat Kala, Ananai, 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 Bnei Shabbat, Kabbalat. Hidori, Kiva Orech Kuli,
Customs to rise and greet the doorway as if something unexpectedly beautiful is going to walk right in and touch your soul. Boim shalom turn to meet your neighbors and say Shabbat Shalom and ask them about their favorite ice cream or something.
Maybe Lana. No, it's not over yet. Jenny Wonderling, Shabbat Shalom. I want to say hi to Jenny. Hold on. I was coming ready. Look at you in your beautiful white Shabbos dress. You say hi, Sarah? Hey, right there. Maria, say hi. That was I was like, all right, that's great. That's better than screen. You didn't have to be the healer and the match, and like someone else was doing the fucking organized, like, I don't know if that's what it is, but it's true. That may be a reflection of your love. You got some nuts? It's a friend. Nice to meet you. That's your I want to say hi to people. So thank you for letting me shop candle.
All right, let's get back to it.
Jerry, we met at Hash with Eileen. We went out to breakfast like over a year ago, December of 2022. Eileen Moran from I know you look familiar, and I was trying to place it. You do the crazy light stuff.
I do get a crazy
right?
stuff. That's me.
Yeah, we had breakfast together.
Dave, good to meet you. We'll talk after.
What's that?
I said we'll talk after.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's an extraordinary memory.
I'm here.
Let's find a still place. There's an inner point that the Sfat Emet from the Hasidic community of Ger, whose blood I carry in my veins. He called the Nikuda Pnimit, the inner point. And that point attaches to an upper root. It can become disconnected from that root. It can reattach. It can attach to an upper root. This is the language of it finds its root as if it's replanted in the garden. And so feel for that point and feel it connecting to its root. Feel it taking the bed of the soul, which is not of this world, from which it draws all of its strength and life force. Find that place of stillness and quiet, which is alive in you always, giving you life, even if unattended to. And breathe and feel that point glowing, shining, and light growing with the breath. Fluttering. Big breath in together, and then we'll call out the Shema. Breathe in. Shema. On 39. Ayala. Thanks. Michamochan, 48.
millions and millions of relatives who said those same words. And I felt them behind me and around us. And I just wanted to name that those words are resonance. They've been in vibration for a long time. I felt them spiraling. So I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful to share that with everybody.
deer family? Deer.
Deer counts as 5. That's another thing. You win.
Do I have another reader? It's moments for personal prayers. If you'd like to stand and face anywhere or sit, however you'd like to be. Oh Shabbat shalom, everyone. Give a little shake. Everybody feel okay? Good? Good. I feel better. Thank you for the gift. The Torah portion this week contains the priestly blessing, probably what the scholars think is the oldest piece of material. And I'm in the midst of doing some work collecting all of the commentaries for a kid's coloring book, and so it's really fun. I'm getting all of the sources together, and an artist is working on the kids' drawings, but for me it's been such a great process of culling my favorite material, so I have all of my favorite material on the priestly blessing on this one page. When I was little, I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and my father was Orthodox, grew up Orthodox, and my mother grew up Reformed, not really practicing so much. And when they got together, she was so touched by all of the traditions, something that was kind of missing from her life. And so she really took to it. She kind of dove in, and my childhood was interesting in that we started in that Orthodox community and then made our way across the denominational spectrum, landing at some point at CRC, where Miss Emily Neiman, as I know her, was an old friend. Her mothers are friends. And I went and saw Bob Dylan with her brother, my first time seeing Bob Dylan. And he pulled a joint from the guys in front of us wearing leather jackets. He took me to Long John Silver's before the concert. It was the one and only time in my whole life that I've ever been to Long John Silver's. I don't know. I didn't eat anything. We had fish. I don't know. I don't remember. All of this to say that when I was little and Orthodox, my grandfather was a Kohen, was one of the priests, and so there were special rituals that would take place a couple times a year where the blessing would be said, and I remember these. I remember the rooms, and I don't feel like I'm so good with memory, but I remember we would go in this back corridor at a certain point when we got the cue. In the back corridor there was a sink, and the Levites, anybody who was a last name, Levi, their task was to wash the hands, and so they would wash the hands of the people whose last name was Cohen, and Fredman got thrown in the mix, but there was these Cohens and Levi's and Yisraels all got passed down, and so we'd go to this back alley. It was dark, and you took off your shoes, everybody took off their shoes, and they were washing hands, and then there was some entryway to the front of the kahal, and we'd go, and the priests, the Kohanim would go under the talus like this, and you were not allowed to look at the priests while they were making the blessing, so they would cover their heads, and I found it in the Zohar, and we'll learn why in a second, is because the divine presence is coming to rest between their fingers, and if you look upon them or upon their fingers, it diminishes, this is what the sources say, it diminishes your respect for spirit. To believe that you could look at such a thing, it diminishes your capacity to be in relationship with spirit. And so I would be little, under his thing, looking up, while I would be in the thing. They'd be like this, down there like this, being like, what's going on? And the melody was very haunting. I remember the melody. And this other story I thought of on the way over here. I went to Israel for a bar mitzvah, and the young bar mitzvah's name was JB. And we did the service at the back side of the hotel, where you go for private bar mitzvahs. And at the end of the service, like we did with Joseph, you come in, you're gonna bless. The last thing is the child's gonna get a blessing. And we're at the hotel, and I get to the blessing part, and I'm feeling the spirits. I'm like maybe it's Jerusalem, maybe it's the wall, maybe I'm not sure what it is. It's feeling really good. And the service ends, it's like 2 minutes later, and Jamie goes, I don't feel so good. And she turns around, she barfs on the coattail. And I go, that blessing must have been really good. One of the sources I learned later, all of this to introduce is that we're taught there's a metaphysics to blessing. Like I asked myself, what is a blessing? And in some ways it still feels like an unanswered question. A part of me knows what it is, but a part of me does not. When you're dealing with metaphysics, Abby and I had this conversation on the way over. I think it's worthwhile to consider how the metaphysics are working, even if you can't put a finger on it, because I believe in metaphysics, we believe in spirit, and so we have to wonder at it so that we can make sense of it. The third comment on the page that I fell in love with was, anybody has studied a little bit of Jewish mysticism? Not too much. Okay, there's this beautiful diagram called the Sfirot. It's like circles, 10 of them laid out in 3 pillars, and for the Kabbalists, it's both the map of the inner world and the map of God. That the same map is a map of all the energies and forces that comprise a human being and that comprise the world. And so beautiful that the micro and the macrocosm mirror each other. Now, it wasn't until later in my learning that I was like, wait, I found in a commentary, wait, 10 Sfirot, 10 of these energies, and what do you know? We've got 10 fingers. And the secret move that the priests are supposed to be able to make, give it a shot. Yeah, good. 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 It's genetic. Then my percussionist friend, he says, you want to get really fancy? He goes, okay, the cool comment from the Zohar is that when the priests lift their hands to make the blessing, each of the digits on the fingers is activating one of the 10 energies of the Sfirot. Okay, so the wholeness of the Sphirotic system is activated by each of the fingers, and that then is how you bless. What's happening when you bless? Okay, I was thinking of the, have you seen the experiments with water where like you can have 2 cups of water and over 1 cup of water you say, I love you, I love you, I love you to that water for 2 weeks, and you know, the other water you say something really not nice. And then you look at the water and the molecules are completely different. We're vibrational beings, right? And if we have this much energy just over the people we share a house with, right? If you're in a bad mood, or your hubby's in a bad mood, or your wife is in a bad mood, and you're in the house, the whole house you can feel, yes? So imagine if the energy is directed, if it's toward, and if it's good and full of love. Imagine how much power. Just being unconsciously upset can ruin the whole house. Imagine how much well-intentioned, powerful blessing. So that's what it is. Now, the blessing not coming from you. It's coming through you. You become a harness, a prism, and you're open to the spiritual forces, and they come through you. So before we learn the last source, and then we'll make the blessing, we can do it like this. But like they call it the 5-petaled rose in the Zohar. Feel that as I speak. Feel your fingers activating, and that each one of them is designated to one of the forces of the spiritual world. They call it the upper world, spiritual world, whatever. Keter is the crown. We'll start from the top down. Point, entirely God, pure spirit. Somebody help me. Keter. Chokhmah, wisdom, upper wisdom, like the supernal wisdom. Okay, feel the second finger activating it. Bina, it's an understanding. Yeah, I got the rest, I think. I'll call if I need them. Thank you. The fourth, compassion. Fourth finger activating compassion. Fifth finger, protection. Sixth finger, beauty, centeredness, balance, holding everything together. Netzach, forward-leaning, activity in the world, making things happen when you need to. 8, receiving energy, allowing things to happen. Yesod, planting, foundation, flow, channel, forces coming into the world. And 5, Malchut, embodiment, presence, orchard. Now, with your hands activated, give them a little twirl like this, as if now you, and again, breathe in, it's flowing through you, through the heart, and out through the hands. Now lift the hands like this. Isn't that beautiful, with the hands, with the fingers activated? Okay, one more breath. And we'll put it down. We're going to do it again this week. We'll put it down for now. You dreamed this last night. Jenny, you know what it says about dreams on my page? It says if you have a dream and you're uncertain what it means, put it on the fingers of the priests and priestesses when they make the blessing. If you have a bad dream that's in need of sweetening, come and put it on the fingers of the priests when they make the blessing. If you have a good dream, say, may the blessing make it so. But there's this association of the dreams and blessing and bringing your dreams to the priests when they're making this, not looking upon them, putting the dream, giving the dream to them, and let it be sweetened by blessing. Okay, the final one that I love so much, and then we're going to bless the children all together and each other. They pull this verse from Song of Songs. Domed dodi latzvi o the ofer ayalim hina ze omed achar katlenu mashkiach min hachalonot mitzitz min hachrakim. My beloved is like a doe or a good-looking buck, standing behind our wall, gazing through the windows, peeping through the lattice. There's a verse from the Song of Songs, and the Song of Songs is like, it's an erotic text that made it into, and I think we'll have to speak it at another time, but it was very erotic, and the erotic was like right in the center. The erotic was the offering, and this is the last remnant of the text, is that we get love poems that made it into the canon, but it was even more. And I don't know why, I've always loved this, maybe somebody will explain it to me, but somehow somebody said, oh, this deer, this vision of the beloved through the wall, through the openings in the wall, not entirely glimpsed, partially glimpsed, through the lattice. The commentators say, what's the lattice? It's the spirit hopping around from house of prayer to house of prayer, coming through and looking from between the shoulders of the priests, through the lattice work of the fingers. Spirit comes and dances around from lattice to lattice to be able to make blessing come through. God hopping around the world. We fill the world, we fill ourselves. We're flesh and blood things, and most of the laws of flesh and blood are fill it up, make it myself. We're so afraid that we're not here, that our existence is unjustified, that we overfill, when we're made partly of emptiness, and the emptiness aspect is actually the thing that allows God to come and participate in the world. Every time we fill in, we fill it up, and there's no room for God to get in. And every time we take out, we inhale, we vacuum, and we make openings, then spirit can come and help. So just that, I can't explain it more than that. I love this vision of this, of like, make openings and let these things be channels that are tapped in. And when you're open, when you're out of the way, then we're all blessed by each other. So I need your help. We're gonna gather the kiddos and then we're gonna make the blessing now that we know how to do it. So anybody with the kiddos will help me grab them. We're gonna put them here in front of the candles, and we'll have 4 volunteers holding a tallis over their heads, and then we'll all bless each other. Cool?
Do I volunteer?
Little ones, come, I need your help. Come sit under here. Nora, I need you to hold this. Yeah, you push the fire. Okay, little ones, come here. I need to apologize. I like kids way better than adults. You know why? Yeah, because you're so energetic. You're always in a good mood, no? Except when you're crying? Yeah. Or mad at somebody. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're going to do a blessing. Okay, good. We're going to do a blessing instead. Do you guys know how to receive a blessing? Go like this with your hands. Okay? And the whole congregation here, everybody is going to bless you. The whole room is going to try and tap into the forces in the heavens and give you guys a blessing. You guys and everybody else around. Okay? And the way that we do it is like this. You have to, sometimes people close their eyes. I think we can do it eyes open. Take a breath with your hands like this. Yeah, get in a good meditative position. Hands open in your palm. And everybody's going to send you, like, all the best energy. That whatever you're working on is going to come to fruition. Okay? And that you guys are going to make this new world, because we're going to ruin this one. Okay? And everybody else, we did our instructions. So, yeah, and if you need to go back and forth, if you need to be hands up, if you need to receive, be where you be, we'll sing the tune a couple of times. Shalom. We're going to make the Kaddish for the ancestors hovering. If it's your custom to rise for the Kaddish, please do so. If you've got a page number for me.
It's the last page.
Last page.
The last page? Thank you.
116? Yeah.
116. If anyone would like to share the name of a mourner or someone you are mourning, please bring their names and energy into the space with us.
From the chat, we have Sheila and Gerald and Renata.
11th month for my mother, Lila Dalton. Carrie Hertz. I love you, Susan.
all for being here. It's so great to see everyone. Shabbat Shalom. So next Friday, we're going to have Shabbat services at the Living Seed with Rabbi Jill Hammer, 7 p.m. And that's next Friday, did I say that? Friday. And then Saturday morning, we're going to have a morning service with Rabbi Jill as well, and that's going to be a home-hosted. So I'm not going to say the direction where the person lives right now, but if you RSVP, it's in Cross. Outcourt. So we're really excited to have Rabbi Jill and Shoshana back this month. And then in July, on the 13th and the 14th, that would be after that, we're having Yoel Sykes come from Colorado, doing a Shabbaton with us. And that will be here at the Kiva on Friday night, the 13th of July, and then the 14th, still to be determined where that location is going to be. So we have 2 exciting Shabbatons coming up.
Could there be a moment where I could make another community announcement?
Go ahead.
Now?
Sure.
Okay. Some of you know my friend Mia Shelton. She comes here sometimes. And she's great. She's a wonderful leader. And she's teaching a workshop coming up on June 22nd and 23rd. It's a Saturday and Sunday. And it's practicing compassionate listening skills. Talking courageously about Israel-Palestine. And I don't know about you, but I'm guessing that many of us have had very difficult conversations, even here. And this might be a good thing to practice compassionate listening skills. And it's at the Good Work Institute in Kingston. And she's asking for a small donation, but it's also, people can't afford to do it anyway. So I have a flyer, or you can take a picture of the flyer, and I just want to encourage people to do this. I think it's really important for us to be able to talk about these issues with each other and not attack each other or feel attacked.
Excellent.
So
thank you so much.
I have info. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you, Carol. Has anyone here for the first time? Yes, would you mind sharing your name and Amanda. Welcome. Anyone else?
Natalie,
Hi, Natalie. Welcome. Thanks so much for coming. Any other new faces? We have a sign-in sheet at the front before you leave. If you don't already receive the Kol High emails, we send maybe 1 to 2 emails a week. We're not going to flood your email box so that you can find out about what's going on. And we have a few other flyers that you can grab on the way out. Did I skip anything? Okay. And thank you, Daniel. Daniel, those of you that don't know Daniel, he's the temple manager here at Kol High, and we couldn't put on this production without him. Thank you, Daniel.
And just a big thanks, lastly, to Rabbi Zach and to all the musicians for coming today. One last thing I'll say real quick is that the workshop that Zelda mentioned, that Mia will be teaching, I'll be putting that in our next email that's going out on Monday. So if you're not signed up for our email list and you want to know about that, that'd be a good way to find out.
Thank you so
much.
Let's do Adon Olam 186. This is a melody from my teacher in St. Louis, Rabbi James Stone Goodman. The melody's simple, let's learn it together. Oh, oh, oh. sweet? Here's that hard part. One more time. And the form is I'll sing a verse, then there's an ah verse. So it's perfect. I'll sing the one with the lyrics, join me if you can, and then we'll sing an ah verse together. He wisely believed that at the end of each of the verse, it ends ah. The Adonam ends ah. At the end of every verse, he said, I should write a melody that exaggerates that ah. Juice in the bread. We do that, right?
Yeah.
We can't do the jolly tune though. We have to let that one stand. Or do we need the jelly thing right before the bread? No, it's okay, right? It's good right there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Daniel, what's the custom? How you do it? Chef, hold it up. Come on, chef. Fine.
We have some really good since 2024. Yeah, it might be 25 actually. And the custom here is to hold on to somebody who's holding on to somebody who's touching the bread. So then we feel called to make motion.
Shalom, everybody.
That was a hit.
That was a hit.
What a haul. They probably had about 20 people.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then another almost 20 online.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I knew he was going to draw.
Yeah, this was
Just the best. You can see what's another lead this level is. Right.
and he's also he's doing it
Way more.
He's doing it
Totally.
a lot of other people are kind of like roving spirituality.
Right. This guy's terrific.
Okay, Shabbat Shalom.
Good. Well done.